Hi, my name is Vishal and I'm a senior trainer in multimedia education. I have 18 years of industry experience and let's get started with the video. I have done the polish work of the model. I have done it in a different video. I've shared the link of that video in the description. You can check it. So now it's time to make it on the opposite side. So how do I do it? There are different ways we can do it. One is the classic way where you have to I've deleted the history. I'll freeze the transformation. Okay, now what I will do is I will select the object's pivot point, put it in the center, Control D, and then scale that Z to -1, and then once you have got that, you can select mesh, apply combine, and then you have to select the border vertices and then merge them. So that's one way you can do it. The other way is just select the model, okay, go to mesh and then use the mirror tool, and I'm using the Z axis and negative, merge the border vertices, and I will merge it. Then you should able to see I got the model on the opposite side here. Merge threshold value, I'll put it to 0.01, and you could see that's opened up, and rest is all good. Okay, so when you have got this merge, what you need to do is select that border line. Okay, so select the border line here, which is running all the way to the model, and apply bevel, and you get that. I'll put 2 segments, and then you can increase the fractions slightly higher, and then once it is done, if I apply smooth, you should able to see that sharp corner all the way. Okay, so I've got this model done. So I have to do very similar on the opposite side. So I'll set the pivot point on the center, again delete history, press Ctrl D, scale -1 in the Y, and then you get a copy of this model on the opposite side. So it's not precisely symmetry, so that's fine, because I need to mirror things here symmetrically for the rest of the center objects. So that's how I do the blade. So let's do this model here. So I will take a plane for that, rotate it 90 degrees by holding J, and then just place it here. I keep extruding this model. Whenever I'm extruding, I just make sure that I rotate it to the curvature. This is not in the center. I hold X and then snap it to the grid here, like that. Now I hold a multi-cut tool, and while I'm just placing the line, I hold Control for the loop, and for shift it will give me the center line. So Control Shift I hold and then just click it in the center like that. And once that is done, I'm selecting the total line except the last one and then pull it like that, just to give some depth. And start giving that roundness and bulge in the center. And this should be the peak point, like that. Now select the middle line and apply bevel. Add segments of 2, and then when I apply smooth, you get this result here. I'll also select the middle line here, fraction 0.1 and segments to 2, or 0.05. So when I apply smooth, you get this nice corner, the crease there. Now once I'm done with that, to add more mesh, I'll apply mesh smooth with subdivisions of 1, and I got the result. Now I need to place these points to the corner. Okay, I just undo quickly, and this point is not matching, so that is creating a problem. This is should be here. Now again I'll apply mesh smooth and start placing the points. Now select the faces here and delete them, and make sure that these faces are in the straight line. Now select that lines and then apply extrude. And then move it inside. So when I apply smooth, you get this nice corner. I'll use the split tool to add a line and then you get this nice shape in between. Now for the stone, gemstone, I will take a plane, rotate it 90 degrees and then 90 degrees. Then put the subdivisions to 1. Then you get this face. Okay, select the face, go to edit mesh and apply poke face, and then move it out. Then bring that here, and start moving the points to the corners like that. Once that is done, select the edges, apply bevel, fractions I'll put it to 0.1 and segments to 2. Now I'll use the multi-cut tool and break this into shapes. Like that. Don't worry, there are some triangles, it's okay. Now I can select that vertex and then just slightly scale and then make it uneven. I'll move this stone till here and then extrude that line. I press 3 and then see what I've got. Now I start placing the points close to the model. Okay, so I've got this model, so I can select this model here and then assign a shader. So I'm assigning a blend shader, and in the color I'll take a dark red, and in specular color I'll take a bright red, just to give that nice shine. And for this also I'll assign a blend shader. Take a brown color, history delete, and in specular color okay, that gives nice shiny color there. 2D drawings, when given by an artist, they physically in 3D space might not exist or might look wrong also sometimes. So if you could see, if I can go to the center and giving an angle, there's a shortfall in this thickness. But if I start putting these points, matching up this, then you might be getting some gap here. So That is the problem with the I mean, you need to a concept artist should keep 3D into consideration while they give the result. Very quickly I just create this shape also. I use the same technique. I'll take a plane, I rotate it 90 degrees, and keep subdivisions of 1. Okay, and then use the poke face tool and then start putting this to the reference. Maybe I can just delete these points. Okay, so I can keep triangles there like that. We generally see them in spheres and all, so don't worry about that. So I select these points and then just move it off center and then off center. I'm selecting these lines and then scale it like that. Let me try these two also. Extrude. This last corner I will merge with the target weld tool. Just click and drag, click and drag, like that, then extrude it like that. And if you're able to see here, there's a shape. Again, I need to select that lines on both sides, extrude it, use the target weld and merge them. Now select these points and then scale it, then grid snap it. Okay, now let's use the append to polygon tool. Like that, hit enter and then multi-cut. So I've got this result, and just start putting some bevels. So fraction is 0.1 or 0.05 with segments of 2. Bevel 0.05 or 0.1 with segments of 2. .1 segments 2, and then I use the insert edge loop tool on the corner. So once I've got this model, I will mirror it. Okay, so I just go to mesh, mirror, negative Z, and then merge threshold value to 0.01. Here there's some clumsiness, so I need to delete that phases, merge it. Okay, I need to delete them, if not that faces will stay alive. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to select this model and duplicate it, and then rotate it 45 degrees to this angle. I need to move this to the center and then start adding lines there. This model is only half, perfectly okay. So I'm using this multi-cut tool and then delete that faces. I want this line to be aligned with this. Now delete that faces. I'm selecting these two edges and scaling them to straight line, and then grid snap it. Merge these two vertex points. Here also I select these two lines, scale them, grid snap, merge these two vertex points. I'll use a loop which surrounds this. Like that, and then fix the loops. So I've got this model here. I combine this with the gemstone. Delete the history and make sure that the pivot point is in the middle. Once that is there, I'll use the mirror Z negative. Okay, so I'll put the merge threshold value to 0.01 as usual. So press 3 to see the result of this model. So I select this model, set the pivot point to the center, and then in the y-axis I'll mirror it. Again threshold value to 0.01, and then this model can be duplicated and then placed it that way. I'm just scaling it closely to this. Control D and then scale -1. Yeah. There's an issue here with the center alignment, so I'm moving it manually. Now once that is done, I take a polygon cylinder, put it there, and increase the height. I'll put the subdivision axis to 12 and subdivision height to 10 roughly. So go to the rigging, deform, non-linear, flare. Okay, so I'll apply flare deformer and then increase the radius of the start and end, and then just give that nice curvature. Then delete the history, then go to the non-linear deformer, bend, and then increase the curvature like that. Delete history and then you should go there. That's a problem again. The artist took his favor, and then you should able to see that cut, but this one again should be thick. I think I will do some changes here to fit this with the knife and with the handle. On this particular place, I'm selecting this middle line and I'm applying bevel. Okay, so the bevel is too tight. I'm just checking that all okay. There are some issues here. So I've selected all that border line and I'm applying bevel. bevel, it's not giving me. I just go to the display polygons and then enable border edges and increase the edge width, and then I just check if anywhere any thick line is forming. No. Generally if there is any border, should be able to see that kind of thick space. I'll delete all the loose vertices accidentally if I've created anything like that. Yeah, now I got in a single click, and then apply bevel. I could see some thickness there. That's good. Now I need to select these faces here. Okay, and then scale it up like that. Okay, now start moving this point. Close to the model. I'll just quickly undo it. Okay, and I will enable the symmetry in the Z axis. Now if I select any vertex and move, both sides will get affected, so I can be in the symmetry there. So that gives that nice connection. And then just try to average these points just to compensate the 3D space. Okay, I'm taking that freedom in the model. So when concept artists do drawings in 2D space, and they should respect that design also. Now here again I need to take care of the model. So I'm selecting the faces. For timing I'll keep it off, the symmetry. I don't want this, I want this. So I'm going to scale it till this sphere is there. Okay, that's important. Now once that is done, bring on the symmetry to the Z axis. Again, compensate this design for the 3D requirement. Okay, I will delete the half of the faces here. Before that, I need to switch this off. Like that. So it worked well. Now what I have to do is I need to arrange this handle like that, and I just wanted to delete the lower side here. Use a slide edge tool. I'm selecting the faces there, deleting them. Extrude it. And then you get this nice cut there. Okay. So move the pivot point to the center. and then snap it. Once that is done, I go to the mesh, mirror Y 0.01. Looks there is some issue here in this angle, so just I'll fix it. It's okay if it's not precisely round because that's the handle. Now this model also gets mirrored, mesh and apply mirror, and I'll be doing that in the Y axis. Mirror threshold value 0.01, and then I'll change the shading, and also I select the model here, assign a shader, blend, history delete, and then pick the color from there. Okay, so all these are the objects. I'm just trying to clean up my outliner. Okay, select all of them, press Ctrl G, and you got this model here. Okay, so I'll just call it as Dagger. Now what we will do is we'll just try to make it turn around of this. So how do I do it? I need to first set my time slider to 250 frames. Go to the settings, preferences, animation, set the default in tangent and default out tangent to linear. So slow in, slow outs and turn around doesn't come by default. So select that Dagger and go to the animation, visualize, create a turntable. So turntable frames is 250 frames, but before going into that, just make sure that you arranged it correctly and then hit turntable. Now if I just play it, I'll bring the time slider and you should get this nice turnaround model of the Dagger. So you might be wondering, there are some details which I have missed in this model. Yeah, I'll cover that too in a video. This is a modeling phase of this total Dagger model. I'll discuss about the final look and feel of this object in another video for you.